Cats are known to have an independent streak a mile long, and if you're like some owners, you probably need a mile's worth of patience in order to play that waiting game with your pet. What waiting game? You know, the one where you call your cat's name and they just ignore you. Does your cat even hear you? Are they listening at all? Do they not understand, or do they simply not care? In this material, we'll talk about why some cats simply refuse to move an inch when you call them. What's in a name? Well, not too much, or so it seems. Let's solve the mystery, shall we? I've got you covered. Stay tuned. Ignoring can take on many forms. Some cats will just not look over at all, no response whatsoever to their very own name. Other cats, they look, but they won't get up. They'll meow. They'll just have a look, but complete indifference, let's say. But why? First things first, your cat, they know exactly who they are. Unless your pet is brand new to your family and was named just a fairly short time ago, your cat knows who they are. They know what that sound, the sound of their own name, they know what it means. Your cat is not responding because they're confused. Of course, this probably makes your life all the more confusing. Some contrarian behavior at play here? Well, perhaps. It's very important to note that, unlike dogs, cats don't associate their own names with action. They don't associate you calling them as some type of urgency. You simply saying the name, it really means nothing to a cat, especially if they can visually tell that you've got nothing going on, nothing to offer in that moment. No toys, no snacks, it's just you. Cats also love to play mind games. Oh, yes, they do. It's entertainment for them, what can you say? Cats aren't standoffish because they're mean or just out to get you. They do it as a form of entertainment, self entertainment, let's say. It's all for show. Your cat playing hard to get is just part of the adventure. All cats do this, at least to some extent, especially younger cats. Some more than others, but all cats, they do it. Question: do you have multiple cats? Are the cats allowed to roam outdoors every day? When it comes time to call them home, what's the success rate? Good, bad, pain in the neck? How many nights have you spent calling and calling for your cats? Is there always that one cat that you see and they see you and they just they want no part of coming home? You call for them and they just look at you? That's a headache for sure. There's really not much to say other than some cats are just like that. It's a mind game. But when you add that fact to the fact that cats, as mentioned earlier, don't really associate a name with action, your calling, it doesn't do a whole lot. In fact, it could unfortunately cause your cat to stay away. They know you're trying, and sometimes that can backfire. Felines, they love to be in control, and they love to do things at their own speed and on their own time. It can take, sometimes, it can take years of ownership to actually bend your cat to your will in this fashion. Another reason why cats will ignore their name when you call is that felines, especially young adult felines, are constantly distracted. They're always looking for the next best thing. And if something has caught their attention, you calling them, well, that's probably not going to meet their standard of interest. Especially if they're busy stalking and playing, cats are always looking for the payoff, whatever it is. This is often why, when attempting to get your cat out of a tree or from under a parked vehicle, for example, snack treats or toys, in many cases, work far better than your mere presence alone. Sometimes you have to play to a cat's curiosity, and that means providing what could be considered the next best thing. Calling for your cat, many times it takes more than that to get a cat to step out and get that motor running. Of course, I'm sure some of you are saying, my cat walks over to me whenever I call. And that business about a cat not associating their name with action, not sure what that's all about. Hey, I hear you 100%. Sometimes it all just really depends. The kicker here, the wild card, if you will, involves whether your cat wants something from you. Sometimes cats will respond to their name if they think you're in the mood to provide, the mood to give. Think of it as a courtesy gesture. I'll get up for you, walk across the room because you called. Now, where's the payoff? You see this often in house cats. They'll make that trip across the living room floor when their name's been called. Most of the time, they're looking for something in return. After all, you did call. And speaking of house cats, this plays right into my next point. If your house cat refuses to respond to their name, and this could seem like a bit of a silly one, but there's a chance they're not responding because they're right there. I mean, if your cat is just, say, 5 to 10 feet from you, the cat could be thinking, okay, I'm here. Beyond cats not associating their name with a call to action, let's say, some cats refuse to move a muscle simply because they feel like they're already close enough. I'm here. What do you want? Is it time for me to break out my cats and kids line? I think it is. If you're a regular here at Senior Cat Wellness, you already know. So many topics, certainly more than I ever realized. I often find myself talking about feline behavior and thinking, wow, that sounds like something a kid would do. Well, ignoring when called, if that doesn't fit like a glove, then I'm not sure what really does. If you have small children, you already know. Calling over and over again. Back in the day, prior to life on social media, good luck trying to get that kid to come home in time, playing a football game outside, what have you. Get in the house in a minute, right? In a minute. 10 minutes later, get in the house. Just like a cat, the kid heard you for sure. But that wasn't enough. Something else was more important. Of course, if you yelled, get in the house and had $50 in your hand, that would change everything immediately. Whether you're a new owner or a seasoned pro, my advice to you is simply to stay patient and keep your cool. Don't be too bothered if your cat ignores you when called. It's not personal, especially if your cat is more than willing at this very same time to approach you at random times for attention and affection. Cats, for the most part, they just live life on their terms. They call the shots. And as an owner, especially a first-time cat owner, that's just something that you're going to have to adjust to and work with. The objective is to simply allow your cat room to grow into their new environment and take cues from you and how you operate. Before too long, you won't be calling for your cat because they'll probably become your shadow. They'll slowly conform to your daily routine. Therefore, the notion of calling for your pet's attention, well, that won't really be an issue. To the audience of Senior Cat Wellness, any thoughts on this topic? Any personal ownership stories to share? Anything you'd like to add? Other reasons, perhaps, reasons why cats love to ignore their owners at times? Or, hey, how about this one? Does your cat seemingly go against everything that I've said here today? Is your cat almost like a dog and loves to respond whenever you call? If that's your story, then by all means, the comment section, it's all yours. And if you enjoyed this content, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd certainly love to have you as a member of the Senior Cat Wellness family. And until next time, thank you so very much for watching, and I will talk to you later.